Good God evening. I pray that you're doing well, and I pray to God that this message goes through. I've been pondering on it ever since I woke up this morning. I was preparing my morning tea, and while in this deep meditation, God began to make me realize, and I pray that you have too, of His wonderful, amazing grace just for the day, the very air that we breathe. So I heard this word, I heard a word, and I hope that you can join me. You don't have anything to do, join us at 7 o'clock a.m. Central Time. Set your clock, and I pray that you will get there to hear. What I'd like to find out is, I wonder would you be able to even tell me what this word is? I pray that you will dial in. There is no passcode that you need. It's time for you to pay attention to this Selah word. But I pondered it, and after hearing, I began to pray and I shifted my thoughts about my time that I use and my ways and what am I doing or what am I not doing that is not pleasing God? What is that thing that's not pleasing Him? But like John the Baptist, me, myself, I think sometimes myself being a little Paul, but I want to share some issues concerning this one word to those that may have some dull ears or dry place in their lives, and maybe you have a broken heart about something or against somebody, or maybe you just a wanderer right now. You don't know where you want to go to church, you don't know who you want to contact or who you want to be with or who you need to talk to, or maybe you just simply on the edge of insanity right now and you're trying to get there. You're trying to figure out the money, trying to figure out the way, but you are in a spiritually parched place. And then oftentimes, God is going to speak through somebody, and I pray that He'll use me in this voice that He's given me to share with you about this course or this challenge journey that you may be in. But remember, sometimes God will speak, but if you don't heed to it, oftentimes He'll announce these divine exits through a person. So, what do you believe what this word is? I hope that you'll join me at 7 o'clock again. I said a.m. Central Time this Saturday, 281 671 4577. 281-671-4577. See, God doesn't always send the storm. Sometimes He'll let painful situations. Sometimes it seems like, why me? I've been there. He'll do that to get our attention. Sometimes He'll send a voice to somebody, and I'm praying to hear me, to you, to talk to you, the one you least expect. It could be in even your house, your son, your daughter. God used these chosen voices not to come to impress you, because that's definitely not what I'm going to do here or to get you there. But I'm praying that it will get you to be in a sensitive place so that you can get some divine interruption like He did with me. You don't always like us, as God speaks through us like this. But if you ignore them, I'm letting you know right now, you will miss your exit. See, a divine interruption voice is not there to impress you. It's sent to spiritually interrupt you, to warn you, to shaken you, to awaken you, to like redirect you to this place that seems too hard to think that you can get through it or bear it. Really, it's before it's too late. That's what it's trying to show you. Spiritually, this voice is a messenger from heaven. Really, seriously, it shook me. This message is going to show you that it's carrying the correction. It's showing you the firebrand through that voice that God is using, that individual, that ready remnant voice that's accepting that holy fire. I had to accept it. That's accepting that holy fire. And there you are now. God is trying to show you, if you reject it and disrespect it, this is going to be what you need to do according to what you have decided to do. See, this voice may even come to stir up some discomfort. Why didn't Dr. Murphy, if it's from God? Why? Well, it's because God wants to disrupt what's familiar. He wants to expose what's festering or what is a counterfeit or an imposter vision or dream that you feel that it's God when it's really our flesh many times. It's an imposter type of behavior. Someone that likes to perform. You feel maybe, I don't know why God is saying that to me. I feel that. But you've seen it in your dreams. You even seen the manifestations come through relationships. It's wrestling with you day and night because it's wrestling against your will. You can't unhear it. I'm sorry. You can't shut it out with food. You can't shut it out with alcohol, drugs, or sex. Been there and done that. It's like the voice in Isaiah 40:3. It's like the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord. And I'm letting you know we need to know it's getting late. I'm going to talk to you about some signs, so you're going to know why that discomfort is there. I may not have the absolute, but I do have some divine grace and mercy on my life to share that with you. I'm going to share with you why you feel convicted yet not condemned. Why the message keeps showing up again and again. I want to talk to you about the way you feel so spiritually undone and not enough and inadequate and rejected and feel like people just don't understand you, but yet you still feel drawn to God, but not his way. And that's what I want to talk to you about on Saturday morning at 7 o'clock a.m. Central Time. Father, I pray even now that if this has stirred you in any way, I pray, Father, that they would click on this and say, God, help us today. Say something. God, help me today. If it's stirring in your spirit, don't ignore it. Come and listen. God is speaking to you. Are you really listening? What do you see? What do you hear, about yourself? Will you join me 7 o'clock a.m. Central Time, 281-671-4577. Father, I gave them this message. I pray that their ears will hear and their hearts will obey. And I encourage you to follow and join us and see if you can tell me what that one word is. God bless you. I pray that you take this message with wisdom. Talk to you soon.